Nobody, even though I had a Pro Bowl appearance. Evans. What? You're. Oh, Penny did. Penny was. Yeah, Darren Reed didn't go up, even though he had a fucking. He was in the Pro Bowl, so. Darrington Evans got spin cycle. '94 juke move, and the man got spin cycle. That's tough. Let me know chat. His elusiveness is a 93. You gotta rack him up. It's okay. It's not. Well, it's because he's a route runner. That's why. We're gonna get anything other than that. Cause he has 97 catching, but 85 catching traffic. That is a fucking difference. Who's got wide receiver? Prentice? Got reinforcement. That's so fucking. That's so goofy. Yo, you know it's fucking. You know it's a problem when Derwin James and Kenny Clark can have the same ability. Like.
Yo, Bacon, where's your boy? He just said that. I didn't see that. I'm just ready to get it over with. I don't know, man. These Dolphins garbage.
The whole appeal with the Dolphins is they have money in the first year.
Yeah, I got a lot of first round picks too, so I'm just trying to get to the draft. Oh, you said am I interested? No,
Okay,
I got breathing.
Coach, well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let's go.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and a lot of buzz with this one. Extra buzz, Charles, because the Dolphins trying to become the first team ever to win the Lombardi Trophy inside their home stadium.
And it looked like the Vikings had a heck of a chance a couple of seasons ago, didn't it? They were rolling in the playoffs, possibly could have gotten there, came up just a little bit short. A number of teams have had that chance over the years. Detroit, they've had the Super Bowl in their stadium. I guess the closest we've had was when San Francisco won it in Palo Alto in Stanford Stadium just down the road. But the Dolphins' last Super Bowl trip was 1985. A loss to those Niners, ironically enough, in Super Bowl 19. Where? Stanford Stadium. They've won it twice, but you have to go back to Super Bowl 7 and 8. 1973, 1974. Hard to believe that proud franchise hasn't won one since.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and they are back looking for number 2 just 24 short months later.
Didn't take long, did it? Made it back to the big game, and let's be honest, we're never going to forget that first Super Bowl title. That win over the New England Patriots, the big plays that came out of that, Nick Foles playing quarterback and flinging it all over the place. The Philly special has turned into a statue outside of their home stadium, the Link. It's absolutely unforgettable. But now they have a chance to add to their Super Bowl collection. They want to hoist one more.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to
Bro, I just realized that too. That's crazy.
Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
It's working fine for me. Did he get stripped? I swear he got stripped for that just in another way.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Yep.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Grant. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
An 80-power move.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. This is caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
But if he doesn't just outrun the person, he'll moss him.
I switched to the wrong person there. I was supposed to switch to the safety.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, here's Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be
Bro, I totally just pressed the wrong button and got bailed out.
15
Lucky.
more there, and they're on a roll.
I was supposed to go to triangle.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
He just stays in big nickel as this year.
This is Grant. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
And you'll still probably get here.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game.
He has 2 superstars
to make the guys carrying the ball
and
very, very happy.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Well, he has
his backup
set in
sent away.
78 run blocker.
Here comes Grant on the return. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action, they'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt.
He's so scared of the outside, it's ridiculous.
It never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Use Breida speed to the
and that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, he's bringing his safety down and taking him basically out of the play. Because he's so concerned with it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Like, you think he tries
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his
Jackson?
target. It's Marquise Goodwin. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Jackson's 94.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, echo. 44 Mike. Check. Let's go, defense.
Yeah, literally. It's those 3 and then Alshon Jeffrey.
And this will be incomplete.
Yeah.
Physical play.
Dude, I'm all over it. He's so predictable.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hang on, I think I covered 3 lock, but I got caught in a press.
From the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Now my safeties are being done here, though.
Wentz gonna throw. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores
He just
around
like
the
takes it
NFL.
on
You and
the
Jonathan
chest and
Coachman
puts it
both
on the
larger than
floor.
life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
44. Go. Check. You don't know no better.
I much prefer.
Wentz to
As
throw
much as I'd like to
again.
have conference Right here.
Jackson complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Like, I wouldn't have Garoppolo'd. Like,
Wentz now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Grant. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
52 is the mic, boys. 52. Here we go. 2J. 5. 52 is the mic. Yo.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Also, that man don't even use Miles Sanders. Like,
they only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
actually, he gives Miles Sanders like 2 rushes a game.
Again, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Let's go. I got lucky.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running out of the gun here, Breida.
I completely
The pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Critical tackle to Darius Slay. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Can't wait for y'all to trade for them back to the Packers and see what happens.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Bro, give it time. Give it time, bro. Shit.
Here's Jackson to return.
You don't want to trade Eddie Jackson for a bag of chips.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
Bro, you know,
they keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, have
3rd and long. It's
No, because I have a dude that's better. That could do the exact same thing.
But there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Oh my God, Madden just bailed him out.
Like that was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
Bruh, Tyler
They
Lockett.
don't like it at all,
Like
do
the
they?
same height as Deshaun Jackson. Tyler Lockett has 95 spectacular
really
catches,
not in
93
a
catches
positive
traffic.
way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that
93.
series of downs for them.
-1.
And they got it well across midfield down to the 40
Tyler Lockett
before it's
has
all
like
said and done. That
4
one good
better
for
catches.
37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. You can bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
I'm assuming you're going to want more.
52 the mic. Bravo.
Like,
Back two, the mic. Mike back two. Mike back two.
how old is Adarius?
From the red zone now, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before? No. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
4 yards the pickup.
Give anybody his O-line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down.
Lineman is
Let him
Andre
get the
Dillard.
first down.
He's
And that's
75
exactly what he did.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
That is a fucking cockpit on Zadarius. God damn.
Check nine. Kill. Sunday.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get
I feel like that was a
separation.
fumble.
So that means
He
they have
held
to
that
win
ball a long
the
time.
50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back.
I'm sitting here behind a wide receiver trying to catch the ball. Yeah, I got a swat there. That was dumb.
As a receiver, maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They're going to look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, 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 check. Watch it.
They run again with Breida. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They run with Breida. And some room to run now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
53, Mike 53.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl. Shotgun now for Wentz. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the gun, it's Wentz. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
He just caught that.
Yeah, he did.
Bailout, goddamn.
Go. Ready? Kill. Check 55 to Mike. Check 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, team 6. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go. Slam.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Christian Wilkins in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.